that's how the machinery was powered by water, and still is today if we had water. Well, that's what I think they do. So we're in a mill, and in an industry like this, we're moving tiny pieces of product through a very large building. Now how do you do that efficiently? Well, in the 1700s, a man called Oliver Evans, he put 3 simple machines together. He got the 3rd U.S. patent for this, signed by Washington and Jefferson, and it's mill equipment. He had his own mill, he put this together. So the auger we saw in the silo moves things horizontally. Then there's these elevators, they're called, they have buckets that move the product up, and the spouts move the product down. So if you want to come over here, I'll try and reveal some exciting things. There's a wear and tear on this stamp itself, and this one is, it's kind of that. So the buckets are inside here. Here they are. You can see them. Oh, okay. So except that the mill gets complicated. So they have several blends of flour that they're selling. Later, different kinds of seeds, and then they have 40 or more different kinds of animal feed spouts. You see it inside the original building. These are all they're milling separators. And see how they say dustless? Mm-hmm. So the paper bags and paper we just put berries in here. I wish I knew that. So you can do this if you want to see just how much flour you can get. Comforting the process. And the kids, they couldn't tear them away. Excellent. You know, get them to shape them. So once you have flour, you have to put it in a sack, right? And that's a sack packer. There would have been a coil around that tubing to hold the sack on, and the floor would have been right under there. As the sack fills from the top, you lower this, and then you could weigh it. Some of these had scales on the bottom of them. It's all hand operated. That's the oldest piece of equipment.
That turbine
Water draw?
Yes, well, essentially how much water is going through the turbine, right? So the operator would control that wheel to get the speed just right, all the equipment operated at its desired speed. Now, we are going to do that demo now, so eventually electricity came to the mill, and they took part of the equipment off of water power, hydropower, and put it on electric motors instead. So the motor I'm going to turn on is going to be in the basement. It's a 20 horsepower motor, and it's going to turn a lot of the equipment in front of you. So starting on the right, we have this corn cracker right here, and that's going to be turning and making some noise. Right in front of us here, this elevator is not going to move, but there's 2 right behind it are. The left one's going to be going up, and notice how fast it goes compared to, I don't know if you guys tried to turn the handle back there, but look how fast it's going. And the one on the right is coming back down. And then over here we have some more elevators that are going to be whizzing by, and this rain cleaner right here. It's all inside plywood, but making some noise. Now, once Carolyn hits that button, you're going to hear a loud bell ring twice. They're warning everybody in the mill on the upper floors that may be up there. Things are going to start moving. A mill can be a dangerous place if you look around, right? If they're near that equipment, they get pinched or have an accident, right? So we're warning everybody in the mill. It's loud though, okay? So get ready for a loud sound. After that second bell, you hear the motor start up. All right, Carol.
Jump.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's not often around the country you get to see a mill like this still operating, part of it at least. But that was 25% of the equipment that would have been running back in the day when it was going full steam. So imagine 4 times as loud as that. And maybe the shifts were 10 hours long, I'm not sure, but long shifts. Noisy and probably dusty, so it was probably a really, really hard place to work at.
Having to go around and check everything, make sure it's working and nothing's coming apart, you know what I mean? There's a lot to run in this place.
Yeah, there probably would have been a full-time shop mechanic, probably lubricating equipment at least every month.
Yeah.
Dressing the stones, maintenance, yeah. And there's actually a big vacuum cleaner, I'll call it a vacuum cleaner, upstairs that they're worried about dust because flour dust can be explosive if it gets too concentrated. So they would essentially have the intake for those vacuums near all that equipment that generated dust. Suck it upstairs, there was filters and a big cyclone that would then exhaust it out over the mill. So they worried about the mill, maybe not so much about the workers.
So this is called, I'm going to have you come right over here and look at it. And look up because you'll see the roof. And you can